Or maybe the people will tell us when we go live. We
What's
are live.
up? We are live. Happy Sunday. Uncensored Minds Reloaded, episode 148. You know, we got the new format. We hope that everyone has had an amazing weekend. Thank you guys for joining us and lining them up. I'm sure all of you are in the chat. Shout out to the usual suspects. S Gang, what up? Make sure to like and share the video. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the live bell notification. If you are not a member, grab those memberships. I ain't going to talk too much because you know last time Nell escorted me out. Make sure to go cop your merch. Make it make sense. Intimate conversations. Raw honey. Uncensored Minds Reloaded. The family. What's up? Where my gang at?
What up,
What's up,
Sarah?
Sarah? I see you, mama. What's up?
What's crack-a-lacking, man?
Was that good now? Was that good? Did I speed it up? Did I not get a little too tongue-tied and twisted and nervous? Okay.
All right.
All right.
Shout out to the people out there. I'm tired of shit. I'm on vacation, coming off a long flight, but it is what it is. Shout out to everybody for joining us on this episode 148, the live edition. Right after the show, you'll see the Uncensored Minds video like you come accustomed to for the past now 2 weeks. So shout out to everybody for waking up with us.
Make sure everybody like and share the video. Say something in the chat so we can see who are here. Welcome to Uncensored Minds, episode 148. This is not the Kato cast. This is not the Pacify cast. If you have look at Nell already bowing out. If you have sensitive ears, please go watch Good Morning America. We are going to say some things here and now, but it is what it is, man. Let's get into the shindigs, man. There's a lot going on. We got to get in and out of this. The regular episode with our deep topics will premiere right after this. There was some technical difficulties, so you won't be able to see the full video, but you will be able to hear the full audio. So stay tuned to the channel, and right after this, episode 148, where we talk about health check. How's everybody doing? Where we talk about polygamy. Each said she wanted to be in a polygamous relationship. It's a lot of things in this episode. Y'all got to make sure y'all tune in to episode 148 directly after this. But this is the entertainment spin, and we're going to get right into the icebreaker. Now, what is going on here?
Should rapper Desiigner have to register as a sex offender? All right, if you don't know what that is, Desiigner was court masturbating on a flight, and now because of he's been found guilty and convicted, he has to register as a sex offender. That's big.
I think that's insane.
A moment of clout, a moment of whatever the case he was going through at that time, got him tripping, and now he has to register as a sex offender for the rest of his dumbass life.
This is ridiculous.
Those sex offender laws are kind of crazy because I mean he wasn't doing anything like weird to anyone else. He was doing something weird to himself, and that's not even weird, but in public maybe. But for him to register as a sex offender is wild.
Facts. So I was saying to the crew, if I was in my car like jerking off or something, and I just happened to be in front of some people, or I got caught or whatever, would I have to register as a sex offender? And they said yes.
Mm-hmm. Open lewdness. It's open lewdness. And there are tiers to the sex offender, to Megan's Law. There are tiers, so that probably would fall at the lowest tier. But you would still have to register.
You might not always have access to the bathroom, Angelia. I'm in my own car. I should be able to jerk off in my own car if I want to.
Yeah, but I guess on the plane is kind of wild because, like, who's sitting next to you, sir? Like, even if you was in first class, you still have people sitting next to you. So it's kind of wild that you just want to whip it out or do it underneath or whatever, and just like on the plane. That is kind of weird.
No, do you agree with his sentencing to be registered as a sex offender?
Yeah, when you do dumb shit, you got to pay the price. You should have just been home, should have went into the bathroom, or you should have just wore a bigger shirt.
Wore a bigger shirt.
Not wore a bigger shirt.
Wore a bigger shirt is
like
insane.
You should have just held on. Like, it's wild to me that the urges can't be just like contained just a little bit. I mean, how long was this flight? Or maybe it was a 16-hour flight or 14-hour flight or something. Like, I'm assuming that it wasn't that long. You could have just waited until you got home to do that. Like, I'm confused.
So who do y'all think is easier to get to like masturbate in front of people without getting caught, men or women?
Women.
Because y'all got little toys that y'all can masturbate with, and nobody wouldn't even know.
No, I mean, would it be more noticeable of a guy jerking off than a girl fingering herself? Not the toys.
I don't know.
Well, most likely 9 times out of 10, a woman ain't going to necessarily finger herself when she masturbate, and she just rubbing the clit real quick. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's a lot easier. But I definitely think it's the woman, because y'all got to stroke. You know what I mean? Y'all got to stroke. Y'all got to do the
not
movement.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
No?
Not necessarily. You can do a little rub and talk.
Okay.
You can do a little rub and talk. Yeah. Let us know in the chat if y'all think he should have to register as a sex offender for jerking off on a plane in front of the people. Because this is going to follow him every time he moves, every time you got to put your kid in school, all these kinds of things.
Yeah.
You have to let it be known that you are a registered sex offender.
Yep. I don't think that was a good trade-off for that nut that he bust.
Facts.
Like, I feel like that wasn't a magnificent nut that you had to jeopardize. Now what you got to do, like register as a sex offender and all of that. Nope, wasn't worth it.
BS. I'm calling BS, man. Free Desiigner. free Desiigner. Free Desiigner, man.
Free Desiigner. I cannot.
Free Desiigner. I'm calling
Desiigner.
BS,
just wait till you get home next time, boo. It's not that deep.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving right along to our entertainment quick spin. Nell is having some Wi-Fi difficulties, but he will be back on as soon as possible. Eesh.
Yo.
I believe this was Tuesday night. Out of nowhere, I didn't know that this was coming on. I just happened to turn on my TV and bam, there it was. The VMAs, the fashion, the performance, I normally don't watch the VMAs because that normally the Clear People Award show.
Yes.
That's normally the Clear People Award show, but they were honoring my man Diddy with the Icon Award. I believe Nicki Minaj was hosting. Lil Wayne opened. So there was some black sprinkled in the white people's award.
Yes. There was a lot of black activity going on, which I was happy to see. Some ratchetness, some real fly elevated stuff. So, you know, it was good to see our people on the carpet. It was a great show. I normally don't watch that shit neither. I promise you I don't. But I did tune in. I missed some stuff, but I was there for the most part. Some good shit happening.
So, did anybody in the chat happen to catch the VMAs? What was your favorite fashion, like dress wear? Whoever put it on? What was your favorite performance? What was your who do you think deserved the awards? Eesh, we had a whole debate about Ashanti and her Nelly purse.
Yo, that Nelly purse was fucked. Ashanti, I love you, boo. You is the best.
If y'all saw Nelly, if y'all saw Ashanti in her grandma dress with the Nelly purse, let us know.
Listen, I love
Nell was upset. Nell was upset that we was coming at Ashanti's neck.
Yeah, he was like, "This is black love. This is love. This is." Listen, I love me some Ashanti. She is a banger. You hear me? When she overseas and she performing and all of that, she puts it on. She got a banging body, but I don't know what was going on with her at this award show. And that purse, definite no. Like, come on, we love our men. Ladies, I know we love our men, but please, no. Not the picture on the clutch.
Facts. I think that was doing a little bit too much. It seemed very high schoolish. But the story behind it was that 20 years ago to that date, the VMAs is where they actually exchanged phone numbers and started dating. So I get the sentimental value behind it, but it's still like, how old are you? Like, it's not necessary. Right. You're reaching out for attention. It was just a bit high schoolish to me.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute, but no. Like
So
you could have even said the announcement, not the fucking purse too.
Right, yeah, the purse was a bit much. Next, I told Nell next year she's going to show up with Nelly's airbrushed on the front of the joint,
or her little football eye or something.
with the football eye,
yeah,
with the band-aid, with the Nelly band-aid on her face.
The Nelly band-aid, right?
The Nelly band-aid on her face. Each, who did you think was who did you see that looked nice, best dressed for you?
I think Nikki did it for me. I mean, it was a lot of great dope fashion, but I think Nikki made.
They are now back together, Diana.
Yeah, back together. But I thought Nikki's attire was dope. It was very different, and I knew she was going to do something pink just because of the album. You know what I mean? And I just like Nikki. But it was some other people. I thought Young Miami looked hot. I thought
Young Miami was looking good.
Yeah, Young Miami was looking fire. Mary J. Blige was looking fire. Megan Thee Stallion, I know we don't like Meg too much.
Lion ass free tour.
But her dress was crazy. Yeah. So I had some favorites. Who did you think? Who was your favorite?
Wait a minute. Before we get off of Megan, let's say, if y'all don't know, Megan was backstage beefing with Justin Timberlake. Who beefs with Justin Timberlake?
But first of all, they cleared it up. It was no beef.
I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that clear up shit. I don't want to hear that PC shit.
Yeah, but that's what. And then once she said what she said in her mouth, she said, "We didn't meet. This is not us meeting." Because
why you yelling and pointing at me though?
I know, because she extra. She probably was drunk. Exactly. That's probably how shit get heated.
Exactly. That's how shit gets heated. But fashion wise, Nicki was definitely doing that damn thing. Shout out to Nicki Minaj, man. Nicki gets a lot of flack because she gets a little extra sometimes and she doesn't like to share her stage and she's a little selfish, but you can't say that she don't look good.
Yeah, she was fire. She was fire. Even her performance outfit was dope.
You can't say that she don't look good. Performance wise, Ish, who took the show for you?
Doja. Listen, I'm sorry. I know, like Diddy, Nicki, Wayne, everybody was dope, but Doja, I fucks with Doja heavy, and she tore that shit down for me.
Even though Meg is a lying asshole, she was twerking kind of great.
Yeah, on the bongos.
On the bongos. Yeah, but and Nicki killed it too. But Doja took the show. Doja was fire. Doja was
fire. She tore that shit down. I was proud too, because I'm like, Doja, they already think you crazy. Like, you already be going through the motions online. Like, please tear this shit down and show them why you are who you are. And she did it. So shout out to Doja.
Doja was fire, man. Shout out to Diddy for winning the Icon Award. Well deserved. I would have liked to see Mace there with him instead of his son. His son is like real stiff and he just doesn't have it. Sorry, King Combs. But you don't got it, dog. You just don't got it.
You
just don't got it. But shout out to Puff, man. Other performances, Lil Wayne killed it. I mean, I think all our people showed up and did what they were supposed to do. And I'm glad that we're starting to get to see some color on the VMAs, because normally it's just like country, K-pop, and all that other shit. Yeah. So I'm glad that we're seeing some color there.
Yeah. What did you think of Sukihana? So, there was some a lot of banter going back and forth with her on the ground. And
Lady B, this is our normal time on Sundays now. We go live at 8:15 to 9, and then y'all will get the pre-recorded show where we get into our deep topics. This is the live entertainment section, and our deep topics will be pre-recorded and will premiere at 9 p.m. So make sure y'all have subscribed to the channel and hit the live bell notification so y'all don't miss anything. As far as what Aisha's talking about, Suki with the good coochie. She was down on all fours on the red carpet, like twerking and dancing, whatever, just moving along on the carpet. And Delicious, who, if y'all don't know, was on the show Flavor of Love and is a reality star, or I don't even know what her title is. She's just Delicious.
Yeah.
She's just delicious.
Social media influencer, I
Yeah.
guess.
So Delicious said, that floor is kind of dirty. It's been a lot of shoes that been outside walking on that carpet. I don't think you should be down there dancing and twerking and doing all of that on that dirty floor. And
Facts.
Suki responded by saying, "Girl, you smash Flavor Flav. You shouldn't say anything about nothing being dirty. You shouldn't be scared of nothing. You shouldn't say nothing about nothing being dirty. You should just shut up." And that
Facts.
was the banter between those two. Each, do you think any of them was wrong?
No, I feel like Delicious, like her statement was taken wrong. I mean, because Suki, what are you doing down there on all fours? Like, if you wanted to twerk, if you wanted to, like, give a little dance, show a little booty, pop a little ass, cool. Like, that's what's up for you, mama. But to be down on all fours, I mean, Delicious made a point. So I think she just took it out of context. She found an opportunity. She took it as a jab. And so she just was like, Delicious, shut up. You was fucking Flavor Flav. Get out of here.
Right.
Um,
I think it's all fun and love and war.
yeah,
That's how I look at it. It's all fun and love and war. No blood was shed.
Nope.
Sometimes when, like, on Delicious's point, sometimes it's just better to just mind your business. Like, you don't have to say anything. Just let people do whatever they're doing. If you think they out there looking crazy, let them look crazy.
Let them look crazy.
Once you say something, then they come back for you. Now you done started something.
Right. And Suki always in some shit. She always doing some wild stuff. So yeah, you right about that. Like, just let her go here. She gonna be who she gonna be. So be it.
So award wise, there was some, random awards splashed here and there, but the main topic was, can anybody beat Taylor Swift in anything? What is your thoughts, Ish?
Listen, Taylor, I'm telling you, she just takes the cake all the time. She is forever going to be America's sweetheart. Like, she is forever going to be at the top of the food chain. And I don't think anyone or anything could bring her down off of that, like, ever. Like, she always going to have it in the bag, for real.
I was telling them that it's going to be hard for people to beat Taylor in any kind of competitions because she has that clean pop image, and the rest of the girls, or even the rest of the artists, period, are selling sex. So when she's just out there doing the clean, 1-2, it's going to be hard to beat that when you out there like, fuck y'all bitches. It's going to be hard to beat. Hard to beat that and shaking that ass. Taylor ain't got no ass to shake, so
exactly. Facts. But yeah, you right about that. Yeah.
So she can cross over to a broader audience. So it's going to be hard to beat that. And not for nothing, y'all might have to take my black card away from this because Taylor got good songs.
I can't even tell you. Bye, T. Bye.
I'm telling you, I only know this because
can somebody in the chat tell me name a fucking Taylor Swift song, please?
Man, listen, y'all gotta open your ears. What they say in that movie before? I think I love my way. You got nigga ears. Stop having nigga ears. And listen.
I'm very eclectic. I am very eclectic with my music, but Taylor Swift is not one of those people on my playlist. I don't spin her at all. So
that's
does
what I
anybody
mean.
know any?
It's only because I DJ that I have to be, aware of all these different genres. But Taylor Swift has some good songs, man. She got some bangers there and there. Sorry.
She got some bangers. Well, shout out to Taylor. Because baby, I don't know, not a one. I can't even tell you. Angelia.
She got some. Taylor Swift got some joints, man.
Look, I don't even know. I can't even. That's bad because I don't even know none of her old shit.
I'm gonna send you some of Taylor Swift joints. Okay, she got some joints.
Maybe you open my ears to something new.
Yeah,
Taylor is not.
Gotta take off your nigga ears. You gotta take off your nigga ears.
Yeah, she not on my radar.
All right, but that was our VMA wrap up. Ashanti, put that Nelly purse away. Give it back to somebody else in middle school or something. and let them
Please.
rock.
Please.
But I'm glad to see y'all back together because we do support Black love.
Yes.
So I'm not mad at y'all back together, but let your business be your business. It ain't always everybody's business. Man.
Right.
Let your business be your business, man.
Facts.
Let's move it along to somebody else's business, Ish.
To somebody else's business. Man, listen, I am so sick of these two here. You hear me? I am so sick of these two here.
What is
DJ
going
Envy
on?
and Tyrese. They are still at it. If you guys did not know, Tyrese came up to the Breakfast Club morning show just to kind of clear the air about, he's on a what did he call it? An apology tour team.
Yeah, he's on an apology tour for a time period in his life where he was going through a divorce, and he was like highly depressed, highly what is that? Anxiety, all these things. So they put him on a certain medicine that he has never had before. So he was acting irrational and doing all kinds of things to people, talking to people crazy and all the things of that nature. So during this time, well, let's go back to the beginning. DJ Envy cheated his wife, and then she was prepared to divorce him. Now Tyrese came in and saved the day, and he was counseling both of them, talking to both of them extensively in the wee hours of the night, talking to them separately and together, and he kind of helped them find their way back to each other, and now they're still together simply because of Tyrese.
Tyrese, right.
So now when Tyrese is going through a divorce, Tyrese is looking for people to hold me down, get my back.
Right.
And nobody was around for Tyrese. Mm-hmm. So is DJ Envy wrong because he felt like Tyrese, when he was on the meds, was texting his wife and trying to holler at his wife? He felt like Tyrese stepped out of bounds and they cut Tyrese off. So who's right, who's wrong? What you got, Ish?
That's difficult because honestly, Envy is going off of, his wife even made a statement like, I was feeling uncomfortable in certain conversations and things just got kind of weird. Like Tyrese kind of almost placed expectations on me as a friend as to how I should be communicating and moving with him. So if she felt uncomfortable and she's telling her husband that she feels uncomfortable, then Envy gonna ride with his wife. So regardless to whether you need me as a friend or not, there was some boundaries crossed that my wife feels that you know what I mean? There were some boundaries that my wife felt you crossed. So I'm riding with my wife. I'm sorry, my nigga. I'm riding with my wife.
Okay. So even if he is riding with his wife, as he should, why can't he still, when the headlines come out about Tyrese and his divorce, just keep his mouth shut? Why is he throwing shots? Why is he throwing shots and laughing at Tyrese? Tyrese wasn't laughing at you when your wife was about to divorce you.
Because I feel like Envy is petty.
Envy is definitely petty.
Envy is petty. He's shown us that many times. Exactly. So he probably like, oh, you try to disrespect me. You try to come at my wife. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, and I feel like that's exactly what Envy is saying, and that's how he's moving. So, whenever the headlines come out, that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I'ma say what I want to say. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Clown this nigga. I really don't care. Like, that's how I feel like Envy moving. Now, I think that, is it right or is it wrong? Who's to say?
I think that Envy is wrong because even though Tyrese stepped out of bounds, you owe me the conversation. You owe me the one-on-one conversation before you go on air laughing at my situation. You owe me the one-on-one conversation,
right?
Because if it wasn't fake, y'all would be divorced,
right? I get it.
So that's why I feel like Envy is wrong. But I feel like both of them are wrong. But I feel like Envy is more wrong.
It's more wrong. Yeah.
And he on his life shit.
Oh yeah. And not only that, Envy ain't going to see the wrong in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's such a machismo type of guy. Like, if he feel like he is being disrespected in any way, like, it don't matter. He did say, okay, well, he helped save my marriage. I respect him for that. But everything else, I don't respect you for. Like, you know. So he definitely tapping into his petty box.
Facts.
I
Y'all
don't
let
think
us know
that
in the
shit's
chat.
gonna end.
Y'all let us know in the chat who y'all think is wrong. DJ Envy or Tyrese, man. We gotta keep it moving though. It's the entertainment quick spin. The strawberry letter hit home for Shirley Strawberry. Eesh, what is happening here? What happened with Shirley Strawberry? This is a Steve Harvey radio show. This is big news.
Yeah, so everybody knows Shirley Strawberry. She curates the Strawberry Letter on the Steve Harvey Show, radio personality, and everybody loves her. She gives great advice, and they all sit down and chit chat about what's what. But it's hitting home for Miss Strawberry. Her husband, who is estranged, or soon to be estranged, it said, is in custody for all kinds of shit. Fraud, child pornography,
I can't.
like, is wow. Just trying to run scams, even scammed her, I think, in a sense, on some of her stuff. So,
all right,
just wildness.
Eesh, let's stay on the things that he's being accused of.
Mm.
Which one of those things are you out the door from, or is it all of them? You just out the door?
Oh, no. I wouldn't be out the door for all of them, because it just really all depends on the basis of each, what was happening, right? Because you could be accused of fraud and not actually be a fraud. So what?
No, I want to go. I want to go. You guilty of all of it?
Oh, you guilty of all of it?
Yeah,
then I'm out
guilty of all
on all of it.
You out on all of it?
I'm out.
So I can't be a scammer?
No, you can't be a fucking
That's
scammer, my nigga. If you a scammer with everybody else, that just shows your character. You gonna scam me too. You probably scam me out my drawers. Yeah, I got to go. I got to get the fuck away from you. No. Dishonesty.
I'm a scammer. Look, I'm a scammer, like, business wise. I'm a scammer. Like, what's up?
No, because that just dishonesty. That's just it's in your character.
No fun.
I know, but no, like, listen, no. But see, if it wasn't like guilty from the gate, like the child pornography would have had me running. Because what is you doing?
Child pornography.
That's wild.
On all sides, women and men. If somebody's doing child pornography, you got to be out.
That's straight from the gate. Yeah. Straight from the gate. I've seen people and wives like ride with their men through child pornography and rape and all of that. I'm sorry that I just can't do it. I'm sorry.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. But she was rapping on the phone with him in jail.
So their jail conversations have been leaked to the public, and she's talking to her husband about her children, about how she's taking his side over her own children. She's talking to her husband on the jail calls about how Steve Harvey's wife may have cheated or not. And she's also saying that Steve Harvey's wife looks at them and calls them to help, and she doesn't speak to them. And Shirley Strawberry doesn't like that. So now Steve's hearing all of this in the midst of hearing that his wife is doing all of this. So it's a whole lot going on around the Steve Harvey morning radio show.
Facts. But I was very interested to see how Steve responded, and he responded very like intact. Like, he didn't go wild. He didn't like belittle her. He didn't fuss her out. He kind of was just like, she got caught out there. She didn't think that the conversations was going to be leaked. We family, and this is family shit that's happening. So I was proud of Steve and his response to it. But she definitely said some shit that have you thinking and looking at Marjorie.
Right.
Like I knew you was that type of chick, sis. Like, that's how she got me looking at Marjorie.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the show, Diana. I gotta see what else is going on, because it's a lot. It was a lot of leak calls. It's a lot going on over there. It's a lot going on over here. We got to get to the bottom of it and see what all is going on. But Shirley Strawberry has to read her own Strawberry letter about how her husband is doing X, Y, and Z. Like, he was living down the street with his mistress and she knew about it and she was keeping it under wraps. There's a whole lot of shindigs going on over there.
Surely.
Gotta get to the bottom of it, man. Public perception is not worth all that drama.
No,
it's not all that drama. Let that nigga go.
Yeah, not at all.
Especially and I mean, with your own kids, let that nigga go.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just too much. It's just too much going on with him. Like he definitely gotta go. Not only is you cheating, like you got some infidelity shit going on. You got fraud shit going on. You're looking at child porn. You don't even know what you want and what you like, sir. You got to go.
Yeah. It's a lot going on. You can get another man, Shirley. please believe.
Yeah, because she's not a bad looking woman. She got herself together for the most part.
You can get another man, Shirley. Don't get caught up in the shindigs.
Exactly.
Okay, moving right along, people. This NBA ball player, he's a young guy. I believe he's got to be like early 20s, if that. He's got to be like 19, 23, early 20s. All right, early 20s. NBA baller Kevin Porter Jr., who plays for the Houston Rockets, was arrested. Was he arrested, or are they still looking into it?
So he was arrested, and he was released on, I believe, $100,000 bond.
Okay, so he was arrested for having a fight, or not a fight. Let's say he strangled and popped his former WNBA girlfriend. But she came out with a statement and said, we had a little situation. I don't really want to press charges. So my question to you, Ish, is if the woman doesn't want to press charges and she just, it's a one-time situation, should the cops mind their business?
Well, I mean, it's easy to say, Popo, mind your business. This is a little dispute between me and my honey and all of that. But this wasn't the first time.
Okay. I didn't know that.
This was the second time. They actually had an issue before. He wasn't arrested or anything. It didn't get this far. But I feel like even if the woman doesn't, I feel like the police should always be involved, because you never know when it is just, it may get to the point where.
Well, what if it was you, Ish? Would you want the police involved?
No, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't, because just sometimes the police make things worse, and I get it. But there are situations where the police don't care enough, and women really need that help and that intervention.
It's a fine line, because sometimes young couples have physical altercations and it's not an abusive or domestic thing.
Right.
They just had altercation. That happens.
Right. Yeah.
So that's sometimes that happens. And sometimes the woman or the guy may be getting fucked up. I just watched the Travis Rudolph shit, right? And the nigga was like, yo, she smashed my phone. It was cool. But when she smashed my PS4, I was about to cry.
See, what's up with the smashing? Like, nigga, I know exactly what you like. I know what I'm fucking going for, because this gonna send you into a tizzy. But no, I do feel like the cops. Yeah, I feel like the cops have to be present. It's unfortunate, and they are taking this one real out of context, I think.
All right, so do you know what was the physical, like what happened to her? Something got broke or something, right?
Yeah, so her vertebrae in her neck, which connects down to her spine, was supposed to have been fractured, but what they basically stated was, even though there was allegations of him strangling her, she had a congenital disease that actually, I guess, broke down or deteriorated her bones. So it was already like a pre-existing condition and something, a defect that she was already kind of born with or had. So he didn't actually break her vertebrae. But he did strangle her. He did bust her up. She had like a cut over her eye. So it's still some physical assault.
Wait a minute, because I want to have a full moment of transparency right now. All right.
Don't you sit up here and say you choked her. Okay.
Man, listen. I'm not proud of this. But that has happened. Look, that look like that has happened before, man. But it wasn't like I wasn't like seriously trying to harm her. We just had a physical altercation, and I was trying to like get her to calm down. Like she was acting irrational, like, and she wouldn't back up off me. So I had to I had to calm her down. I had to calm her down.
All right, so was it a one-handed?
Yeah, it's one-handed. It's just one hand.
Okay, just kind of pushing her back
Yeah.
type thing. Okay, see, let me find out.
Yeah, it's just like
it wasn't you trying to choke her.
It wasn't like that. I wasn't trying to smother her like Nell, like take her out and bring her back to life. No, it was like a chill joy. Like, all right, that's enough. Chill, back up, calm down, sit your ass down. It was over. Like it was over. We cool after that.
I know things get heated, and sometimes things kind of get out of control. And hopefully the women will keep their hands to themselves, and the men will too.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. She touched me first. I was chilling watching TV.
But that's what I'm saying, because that's typically how it goes sometimes, like some women will, swing first, smack, punch, hit, push, and then, it's reactive. And that's not to say that men don't beat women. I'm not saying that, but, sometimes it can go both ways.
That's what I'm saying, and no police were involved. It was we was still cool after
that.
Right. It's all good.
Right.
It was a situation that happened, and we moved past
it. Well, a lot of situations are going on now. T, you gotta.
What's up?
Tell us what's happening? I'm so sad. It's just so many people that are just separating, getting divorced.
Love is taking a hit right now, people. Love is under the weather. So if y'all haven't heard the news, rapper Young Jeezy, who's now just Jeezy because he's old, he's no longer young. He filed for divorce from his wife. What is that show called? The Real co-host Jeanie Mai. I don't know if she's Asian, or I think she's some kind of Asian or something like that. I don't think she's like
Vietnamese. She's Vietnamese.
Okay. Yeah. So he filed for divorce from Jeanie Mai. So what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
So I always felt like they was mismatched, but a lot of strong loves don't always have to look a certain way. I mean, I always thought that they were mismatched, but how can you place that on love? Like, you know what I mean? To say just because they don't look like they fit together, don't mean that they don't love each other.
I think that there is something to it when they don't look like they should be together, because a lot of times when you see that, it be a business arrangement, or it be like, I'm trying something different because my regular shit didn't work.
Right. That's what I was thinking too, because I'm like Jeezy and her, but I'm like, maybe he finds a calmness in her. Maybe she brings a calmness to him. Maybe there's just a difference in what he's used to, and that's why he gravitated there. You know what I mean?
But even when you find a calmness in somebody, how long does that last before you get bored?
Right. But the same reason that you attract to it could also be the same reason for the downfall, is what you're saying, kind of, sort of. Not downfall, but just the
it'll run its course. It'll run its course.
Right.
It'll run its course.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel like what happened here. I just kind of feel like it was cool in the beginning. It was something I just so interested to know like exactly what it was. And they're not saying.
There was a comment that came out that said before she started talking to him, she would never date a black guy.
Oh. Okay. But
so that could play some kind of role in it. It also can play a role in Jeezy. He just released a book. So, he could have had some revelations when he was writing his book and feel like, I want to do something different.
Different.
But they say it says a lot when the man files for divorce other than the woman. So
Right.
they say a lot of times when the woman files for divorce, there may be some wiggle room for, the couple to get back together. But they say when the man files for divorce, that's almost immediate. This is fucking divorce.
This is done. So that must mean that she just wasn't either fulfilling some aspect of the marriage. I can't see her being a cheater. But
Yeah, I can't see her being a cheater, but anything is possible. But I can see him getting bored with her just from the looks of it.
Just from I said, oh, boring.
Right.
When they got married, I was like, oh, boring. Like this will never work fully. Like I've been said that.
So hopefully, more details will come out, and we'll get the inside scoop of what really all would happen, and they'll tell us, or somehow the story will get leaked about why they're getting divorced. But before we get out of here, we are going to touch on this. So Angelia says Teyana Taylor and Iman seem so perfect, and everything seems perfect until it isn't. So if y'all don't know, Teyana Taylor and Iman have been married for some years now, and they have 2 beautiful little girls. Teyana Taylor wasn't really out there like that before she started messing with him, but then she started messing with him, and they got into threesomes. They got into polyamory that we'll be talking about soon on episode 148 right after this. And I guess it's like maybe because Teyana Taylor is more busy now. Like she's been busy directing videos and doing choreography and all things of that nature. So she might be on the road a lot right now. Whereas though he might be stagnant wherever they live at. So the time may not be being spent together. So sometimes is it business over love or love over business? What do you think happened with Teyana Taylor and Iman? Ish, what is your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like, she stated emphatically that it wasn't any infidelity issues there with them. So if I had to think of anything that it could be, it was her growth as an artist and her being pulled in many different directions because, on top of all of the things that she does production wise, movie wise, video wise, she's also a performer herself. Right. So, you know what I mean? She's always, I'm sure, on the go. She's got sneaker releases. The girls are doing things. She's busy for sure. And if Iman's not equally as busy, he's looking for something, you know what I mean? Right. And that could be what was causing their issues.
Janine, it has been confirmed by Teyana Taylor that they are separated. She said that she wanted to get the news out because people have been seeing him spotted out with other females, and she didn't want him to be looked upon as if he was outside being a cheater. So she said that we've been separated for a while now. He's free to do whatever he wants to do. So that's what's going on. We'll get more details in that later.
Yeah, and that's adult of them. I like how they're handling that.
Facts. So this is our entertainment spin for episode 148. Make sure y'all stay tuned on the channel. It will be popping up on your phone. You will get the live notification if you hit the bell. Episode 148 will premiere right after this. We will be talking about a health check, checking on everybody's health. We will be talking about Aisha and her poly relationship. And the big one. Rules of a situation.
Make sure
y'all stay tuned on to that one.
Lord.
Make sure y'all stay tuned on to that one. So we are going to get up out of here so y'all can hit right on over to that link.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. It is only the audio, so don't be like going crazy when y'all don't see us talking.
See our face.
Right. But you will see the picture of us. And you will be able to hear the full audio of Aisha's rules to her situationships.
Well, first of all, y'all going to holler at my rules because it ain't.
But make sure y'all check that out, man. Hit the live bell notification. Continue to comment. And we are up out of here, people. Deuces.
Deuces.